Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. The PTU Alpha 3.35F is available to all backers now with a game account, but today I wanted to give you more of a from orbit to surface brief tour of each of the moons in 3.35 around Hurston, basically, looking at their biome and colour palette mainly. Ariel, so this is 1A, the first moon of Hurston. It's named after the third CEO of Hurston Dynamics, Ariel Hurston, who was known for creating the controversial life-labor style employee contract. Bit of lore there for each of the moons for you. From orbit, Ariel is a bright sandy colour, and there's a bit of dust in its atmosphere. You can see that. Once you get closer, it is pretty damn dusty and foggy. The biome is acidic here, and it has various yellow and orange tones used in the palette. Once you get to the surface, you can still see a good bit of fog around. There are geysers of acid or sulfur or some such spewing gases around as well. They do look pretty cool, and it's basically these stalagmites and funnels for gas just sprouting around. There are some extremely bright patches of more acidic looking ground around as well, but these aren't liquidy or anything. They just look an interesting colour, and it's extremely bright once you're very close to them. The ground here is shimmering in the heat. I can't tell if it's actually supposed to be some form of gas or heat or other chemical reaction going on, some sort of filter there, or if it's actually a bug, but basically the whole moon screams to me to leave and that it's dangerous. Yeah, it's quite a cool looking place. The shimmering effect sort of like grew on me after a while as well. Aberdeen, so the second moon, Moon B of Hurston, named after scientist Aberdeen Hurston, who was credited with designing the company's first antimatter warhead. This moon is fog and dust hell, where all of that seems to go to die. It is a bright yellow ball as you approach it, and as you get closer you realise that this is an incredibly dense fog. It's hard to tell what the moon is like at medium range, and even when you're quite close to the surface, other than it's some form of hilly. There is flora, what appears to be long dead trees, and once you're on the ground, the fog makes it hard to see any real distance, but you can actually see the ground around you, which is dirt and sort of like a plains type biome, with grass and vegetation, green and brown patches on the ground, rocks everywhere, which is what you wouldn't have seen if you weren't really close to the ground, which is really interesting here, because it's sort of like a little bit like England in the countryside, is the only way I can describe it. Obviously not the really dense, deathly looking moon fog, although you get that on the moors maybe. Magda, which is the third moon, Moon C of Hurston. This moon was named after Hurston Dynamics CEO Magda Hurston, who made the decision to purchase Stanton 1 from the UEE. Magda is the mother of the current CEO, Colonel Gavin E. Hurston. The moon is shades of grey here, and lots of interesting shades of grey merged together, ranging from an almost chalk colour to then a slight purple and more aqua tones, sort of like all merged together. Upon closer inspection, you can see that the biome is pretty much just rocks and dust is the idea of this. The landscape is a little bumpy, with craters standing out the most here. There are hilly regions and mountains too, obviously, but it is mainly those crater impacts that give the moon its texture. There is no plant life at all as far as I can see. From orbit, though, this moon looks beautiful with all the greys coming together, sort of like a gem in the sky almost. Eta D, the fourth moon of Hurston. It's named after Eta Hurston, who died during the First Tavaran War, and it's a reminder of why the products Hurston Dynamics makes are so important. This is the most interesting moon for me, coming from orbit. It has stripes and patches of like reddy brown contrasted with whites, greys and browns and slight reds. Getting closer, it looks like the swirling of water, craters everywhere, and the whole landscape looks quite fluid, like wind has constantly been eroding it, or the tide is about to come in. It looks like water, but there is no water. Stalagmites rise from the ground in outcrops, and there are large rocks there as well. I love the look and colours of this moon. It's extremely easy to see a long distance as well. However, once you're on the ground, there are pockets or areas of dust storms that make it feel a bit like there's dynamic weather there, even though it's just atmospheric VFX at this stage. There isn't any flora either, unless you count some of these rocks as actual plants. Maybe they are. Maybe they're secret plants, but they're not. They're rocks. But it's quite a cool looking moon, and I really, really like the way it looks from orbit coming down to it. It looks really, really contrasted with its color palette. Now, I do want to save the full biomes of Hurston for another video. We'll go over all of them, we'll fly past them, land on them, have a look around, have a look at some of the mining facilities, do a proper like little Hurston tour outside of Lorville. But I do get asked about water a lot, and the water on Hurston at the moment, basically as soon as it hits your head, as soon as it like gets to your head height, it kills you. The water and polluted coast biome that we currently have needs a bit of work. The levels of detail and the way it blends is very janky at the moment. At least it was in 3.35F. But they're constantly improving this every patch, and they're going to make the coast and the little islands and things that form around these areas look better and better as time goes on. But tell me, what do you think of the sort of like single biomes on each of those moons? They have vastly improved those biomes. They can now like use 16 textures all blended together rather than just 3. In the previous moons that we had around Crusader, that was using basically the old procedural generation tech, but now they can use all these colors and all these different color palettes and define areas for lots of different things now. And they really are starting to show off now what their procedural planet tech and moon tech can do when it comes to the generation of these huge gameplay areas in very simple terms, at least at the moment. Obviously, there will be lots of mission stuff that goes in here and outposts and more interesting things. But when it comes to a single biome, they can make even a single biome over an entire moon look quite interesting. What are your thoughts on this? Please tell me in the comments below. If you don't have Star Citizen yet, be sure to create an account with the links below to receive 5,000 UEC, the in-game currency, as a bonus, and to participate in any free flight. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For November, I am giving away a Saber Raven, Star Citizen game package, and a CitizenCon 2948 digital goodies pack. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning is be subscribed to my YouTube channel and comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details below. If you would like to further support the channel, the links to my Patreon and donations are down in the description below as well. If you are considering getting or upgrading your gaming PC for Star Citizen or any other game for that matter, instead consider the Shadow Cloud gaming service. It's a subscription-based service that leverages your internet connection to turn any appropriate device, whether it be an old PC, smartphone, tablet, and more, into a powerful Windows 10 gaming PC. It's been working well in the latest 3.3.0 PTU patch of Star Citizen. I'm going to try and maintain a best practices guide on my website as well. More information is available in the links below, and if you do decide to try it, use the code BoredGamer to get a discount. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the verse.